With summer in full swing, I feel that familiar urge to refresh my closet, but I'm not trying to waste money on pieces that I'm going to wear once or for just one season. And that's where Quince comes in. Their clothes are timeless, feel luxurious, look elevated, and the quality is way beyond what you'd expect for the price. I just got a white linen maxi dress. Now, if I had paid for that dress in a department store, I would have paid $170. Well, guess what? I got it for $69. And by the way, that same dress comes in blue pinstripe. Think 100% European linen top starting at $30. Washable silk dresses and skirts and soft cotton sweaters. Versatile warm weather pieces that you're going to reach for again and again. And the best part, everything with Quince is half the cost of similar brands. By working directly with top artisans and cutting out the middlemen, Quince gives you luxury without the markup. And Quince only works with factories that use safe, ethical, and responsible manufacturing practices and premium fabrics and finishes. So you've got to give your summer closet an upgrade with Quince. Go to quince.com/Kate Casey for free shipping on your order and 365-day returns. That's QUINCE.com/Kate Casey to get free shipping and 365-day returns. Quince.com/Kate Casey.
Sally from finance loves fly fishing. She used to spend her weekend surrounded by receipts. Then she switched her company to Ramp. Now, spend is all under control, all in one place. Her team submits their expenses with a text, and she can close the books without all the busy work. So Sally's weekends are all her own, surrounded by fish, not receipts. Switch your business to Ramp.com and love finance again.
The amazing Kate Casey.
Welcome back for another episode of Reality Life with Kate Casey. I hope that you have had a great weekend, and I've got a great list for you this week. This is for July 14th through the 21st. So much stuff for you to watch this week, and really one of those lists of stuff that you're going to be talking about for days to come. Some of the topics covered in this week are subjects that I've thought about for decades about, and it just happens to fall into place that they are in documentary form this week. It's like my head's exploding. I can't wait to deep dive into these subjects, and I will do so throughout the week for episodes. So make sure that you are subscribed to the podcast so that you get alerts and that they're ready there for you in your library. It's so important. Also, make sure you leave a 5-star review. But I got to tell you, this is such a great week. So make sure that you are subscribed at katecasey.substack.com to get the full list and just be able to go back and look through it like a checklist. You also get archive lists of the list that I've done in the past. And also you get information about all my book club selections. I've got an upcoming interview with the author of the Anna Wintour biography. And she also has a forthcoming book this month about Gwyneth Paltrow, and we will be doing an interview about that too. So you can go look at that list and then get the interviews that went along with those. So again, katecasey.substack.com. All right, first thing I want you to watch this week is a documentary about Billy Joel. It's called Billy Joel and So It Goes. It's on HBO. It's a 2-parter, begins on July 18th, which is Friday at 8. This is an expansive portrait of Billy Joel, 6-time Grammy-winning Rock and Roll Hall of Famer from Long Island, New York. With unprecedented access to never-before-seen performances, home movies, and personal photographs, along with intimate one-on-one interviews, the documentary explores the life and work of the singer-songwriter whose music has not only endured, but actually soared across generations. You're going to get a comprehensive portrait of his life, his childhood on Long Island, his early bands, and his rise to superstardom with Piano Man, Just the Way You Are, and the New York State of Mind. And of course, never before seen content, including private home movies, personal photographs, unreleased performances. Interviews are quite expansive with his ex-wives, including Elizabeth Weber and Christy Brinkley, his current wife, Alexis, collaborators like John Small, Bruce Springsteen, Sting, John Mellencamp, Pink, Garth Brooks, Paul McCartney. They will cover his absent father, his first marriage and suicide attempts, the dissolution of Attila, his previous band, his battles with addiction, and the emotional impetus behind songs like Just the Way You Are and Uptown Girl. So Billy Joel and So It Goes on HBO, July 18th. The first of the 2 projects that have lived rent-free in my head. The first is called Amy Bradley is Missing. 3-part docuseries on Netflix begins July 16th. This investigates the 1998 disappearance of a 23-year-old woman from a Caribbean cruise and her family's tireless search for answers. So this is directed by Ari Mark and Phil Lott. It is excellent. It revisits key events, possible sightings, chilling leads, and the decades-long struggle for answers. Because on March 24th, 1998, Amy Bradley was 23 years old, a recent Longwood University graduate on a celebratory Caribbean cruise aboard Royal Caribbean's Rhapsody of the Seas. She vanished from her cabin balcony between 5:30 a.m. and 6 a.m. She was last seen wearing a jeans and a top, with her cigarettes, lighter, and a room key before her father discovered that she was gone. The ship crew conducted intensive searches for 4 days, and the FBI investigated her case thoroughly. Theories have included accidental overboard foul play on board, possibly a crew or band member, and abduction into human trafficking. There are also possible sightings, and that is one that you're going to be talking about for days. A jawbone washed ashore in Aruba in 2010, but it was never DNA tested against Amy's missing profile. The FBI reward remains at $25,000 for information leading to Amy's return or an arrest. Now, a false rescue scheme in 1999 scammed the family out of $210,000 before the perpetrator was arrested. Although she was declared legally dead in 2010, the case remains open, and I have to say, pretty compelling for me to think that I do think that there's a possibility that she's still alive. So Amy Bradley is Missing is on Netflix on July 16th, and I need you guys to watch it. I have done an interview with the team behind it, and you're going to want to listen to that episode. The other one, her last broadcast, The Abduction of Jodi Huisentruit, is on Hulu July 15th. In 1995, she was a rising TV news anchor. Jodi disappeared from her Iowa apartment just before dawn, leaving behind signs of a violent abduction. Her case quickly became one of the nation's most haunting unsolved mysteries. So now, 30 years later, her last broadcast, The Abduction of Jodi Huisentruit, follows a major break that re-energized the case, sparked by a 2020 episode in 2022, which led to a tip from one of Jodi's close friends. In this 3-part docuseries, cameras exclusively embedded with the case's law enforcement and followed along as the lead detective chases the truth, resulting in the identification of new persons of interest in Jodi's disappearance. That is a must-watch. Her last broadcast, The Abduction of Jodi Huisentruit, Hulu, July 15th. This show is sponsored by Liquid IV. No matter how hot your summer gets, Liquid IV can help keep you hydrated for the adventures ahead. This summer, I'm traveling with my son Jack for lacrosse tournaments. Hot, blazing, sunny afternoons. There is nothing that tastes as good and keeps you as hydrated as Liquid IV. I just tear, pour, and enjoy. And I'm calling out to all of you parents who will also be watching your athletes this summer. This is a game changer. The sugar-free options include white peach, lemon lime, rainbow sherbet, and the new Arctic raspberry. But they've also got cotton candy or popsicle firecracker. Just 1 stick and 16 ounces of water hydrates better than water alone. 3 times the electrolytes of the leading sports drink. 8 essential vitamins and nutrients, and always non-GMO, vegan, gluten-free, dairy-free, and soy-free. Squeeze the most out of your summer with Liquid IV. Tear, pour, live more. Go to liquidiv.com and get 20% off your first order with code KateCasey at checkout. That's 20% off your first order with code KateCasey at liquidiv.com. Summer is my favorite time of the year. Nothing is better than a backyard party. Do you love having people over to enjoy the warm weather in your outdoor space? Do you need ways to entertain the kids while they're out of school? Well, if you're having a backyard get-together, Wayfair is your one-stop shop for outdoor entertaining. Cookout, shop patio tables, grills, and dishware. Pool party, kick back with lounge chairs, day beds, and umbrellas. Game night, Wayfair's got cornhole, croquet, and string lights to set the scene. And with fast and easy shipping, it's never been easier to get ready to party. So however you kick back, you can go to Wayfair for effortless entertaining and game-filled gatherings. I live in a neighborhood with houses that look like Cape Cod, which is where I spent time as a child. It's one of my favorite places in the world. And with Wayfair, I can decorate my entire house and my backyard with the most beautiful white furniture that takes me back to Chatham. There's something for every style and every home, no matter your space or budget. And the best part, free and easy delivery, even on the big stuff. I can't even tell you, I feel like I ordered it and came right away. Shop outdoor furniture, grills, lawn games, and way more for way less. Head to wayfair.com right now to explore a huge outdoor selection. That's WAYFAIR.com. Wayfair, every style, every home. Deeper Than Blue is a brand new sports documentary series on Showtime premiering July 17th, and it dives into the high-pressure world of Olympic swimmers as they prepare for competition, offering an intimate behind-the-scenes look at the rigorous training, mental struggles, and the sacrifices they make to pursue their dreams. What you can expect follows a select group of swimmers as they balance all of those things in their quest for Olympic qualification. You're going to see early morning workouts, emotional highs and lows, and the raw ambition that drives these athletes. You are going to see real life pressure. There's no sugarcoating. It gets into the psychology as well as the physique of these elite competitors. And whether you're a sports fan or not, this is a human interest series that I think has enormous depth and drive. So if you love all things sports, you will especially like it. It's called Deeper Than Blue, and it's on Showtime July 17th. Now remember that Trainwreck series. Trainwreck Balloon Boy is on Netflix July 15th. On October 15th, 2009, a father in Fort Collins, Colorado called 911, claiming that his homemade flying saucer had escaped from the backyard and carrying his 6-year-old son inside. This stranger-than-fiction claim is backed up by footage from a news helicopter, which catches up with the balloon and is live streaming the chase. So what starts as a local emergency quickly escalates into a national one, as everyone from the National Guard to the sheriff and Homeland Security struggles to come up with a plan to safely rescue Balloon Boy. So Trainwreck Balloon Boy is on Netflix on July 15th. Apocalypse in the Tropics is on Netflix Monday, July 14th. A decade-long journey through the spiritual and political upheaval of Brazil. What begins as a search for signs of life in a fragile democracy transforms into a deeper inquiry into the seductions of power, prophecy, and belief. Costa gains extraordinary access to current president Luiz Inácio Lula da Silva, former president, and the nation's magnetic televangelist. More than a chronicle of political change, Apocalypse in the Tropics is a cinematic investigation of the fault lines that emerge when religion fuels political ambition. Of course, I always recommend Real Housewives of Miami. This week's episode has Kiki foreshadowing a new feud and ongoing drama between Lisa and Larsa. The Prophet stars one of my favorite guests of all time, Marcus Lemonis, with a new show called The Fixer, which gives business owners candid instruction and business know-how in an effort to seek an investment. The Fixer airs on Fox on July 18th, and then it airs every Friday at 8. If you watch Love Island, you can watch Love Island Beyond the Villa on Peacock on Sunday, July 13th. Of course, you know it's going to be after the finale. It follows everyone's favorite Islanders around as they navigate new careers, evolving friendships, newfound fame, and complex relationships outside of the Love Island Villa after they completed filming. So it's for the season 6 Islanders. So Love Island Beyond the Villa on Peacock. You can also watch the finale of Love Island USA as well. And lastly, Surf Girls International is on Amazon Prime Video on Thursday, July 17th. This follows 5 up-and-coming female surfers representing their home countries as they travel the world competing in the Challenger Series. So a fantastic watch for young girls. And of course, if you love all things beach, you're going to love watching that as well. So that is your list this week, and let me go over it one more time. Amy Bradley is missing, Netflix July 16th. Her last broadcast, The Abduction of Jodi Huisentruit, Hulu on July 15th. Trainwreck Balloon Boy, Netflix July 15th. Apocalypse in the Tropics, Netflix Monday, July 14th. Real Housewives of Miami on Bravo and Peacock. The Fixer on Fox with Marcus Lemonis from The Prophet. Love Island Beyond the Villa on Peacock, which is on Sunday, July 13th. And of course, the finale of Love Island USA also on Sunday, July 13th. And Surf Girls International, Amazon Prime Video, Thursday, July 17th. Again, this list can be found at katecasey.substack.com, bonus episodes on Apple Podcast and on Patreon. Make sure that you get the What to Watch list at katecasey.substack.com. And follow me on social media. I'm on Instagram at @KCaseyCA, TikTok, it's KCasey, and Twitter, Threads, and Blue Sky at @KCasey.
Movie night, date night, or solo marathon, IMDb is your ultimate entertainment companion. Discover new favorites, rate what you've watched, and never miss an episode with the free IMDb app. Curate your watch list with a tap. Get personalized notifications for your favorite shows. And find your next must-watch movie or series, from blockbusters to hidden gems. We've got you covered. Download the app now, register for free, and find your next favorite.